Welcome back, everybody, to the Meeple Marathon and our continued coverage of digital apps representing board games. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Onitama. Onitama is a game that came out in 2014 and is a very simple, very straightforward chess style game that essentially you're given two choices of moves you can make, somewhat chess style moves. They are based upon Japanese fighting art styles. And you make that move, and then you essentially pass that card along to your opponent. So we're going to go ahead here and take a look. We're just going to play solo. We're going to play beginner. You can see here the game is free to purchase or free to download, but you can purchase different skins. All these are just a different look and feel to the game, but we're just going to go with the basic game here on beginner. And so you can see here that I have a set of pawns and then essentially like a king pawn. And the objective, just like in chess, is to land on top of your opponent's king pawn or wipe everybody out. You can see here at the bottom, I have two choices of moves. I can either do the tiger or the rabbit. The crane is not available to me, but as soon as I either do tiger or rabbit and finish my move, my opponent, the AI, will get whichever card I choose, and crane will become available to me. Then the AI will take his turn. He'll do either boar or ox, and I will get the card that he chooses. But then again, whichever card you pass to your opponent, they are not able to use that round. They have to wait a round before it becomes available to them. So there's absolutely no hidden information in this game. And it's not like chess where you can just choose any one of your pawns and move them according to that pawn's rules. All of the pawns move the same in this game. They essentially have to follow the movement of the card. So you can see here, for example, tiger, the kind of golden box is where your pawn is going to be. The darker, kind of dark olive color is where your pawn is going to end up. So you can see I can select between tiger or rabbit and say I want to do tiger. Well, then I need to select a pawn. You can see here that tiger would allow me to go backwards, but I can't. So my only option for these guys is to jump 2 spaces forward. Now, I can look ahead and see that boar and ox at most only allow their person to jump 2 spaces forward. I can also look ahead and say, if I were to send this guy to that space, my rabbit, the next turn, might be able to, they might try and slide somebody in here to attack me, or maybe not, or maybe crane. Both are going to allow me to go 1 space forward. Worst case, I can always back up. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. You can see that if I were to change to rabbit here, the person I selected also is only given, certain options. So we're going to go ahead and stick with this first guy on the left of my king. I'm going to do tiger, and I'm going to jump ahead by simply clicking on this plus sign. All right, I've done the move. You can see the AI gets that card. The AI moves very quickly. I think you can slow the AI down if you care to see, but essentially the AI did ox, which was smart because I don't have any way to go left. Crane can go 1 step forward. Rabbit can go up and to the right. He, though, has tiger, or will have tiger, on his next turn. So he could jump ahead 2 spaces with his guy to the left of his king and take out my guy. So at the moment, my guy is vulnerable. Now, again, this is like chess, where to set everything up, you may have to relinquish some pieces. So, but I'm not quite ready to give myself up yet. So I think what I'm going to do is, now you can see here, when I select on crane or rabbit, I'm given a lot more choices because I stepped off that back line. All of the backwards choices are now an option. So I'm going to try and keep this guy alive, and I'm going to move back here. we will play the entire game with these same 5 cards. So my options of movement are not going to change. Now, when you play from game to game, I don't know how many cards there are in the full game deck, but you draw 5. So you're not always going to have ox, rabbit, boar, crane, and tiger. The cards are going to vary from game to game. There's like 15 or so maybe. So you're only looking at a third of the deck every game. All right. So again, this is essentially a game of chess. And what's really nice, and I'll show this at the end, if you're playing 2-player, you simply just set the iPad down between you and the other player, almost like a chessboard, and, their view of the game is identical to your view of the game. And so, it's called pass and play, but you don't need to pass it. You just play with it in front of you. And so this is a really nice game to, as a 2-player app that works really well at like a coffee shop or something like that, where you just want to sit down and have a quiet, quick game. I'm talking a lot through this one, so it's going to take me a little longer, but generally these are very quick moving games. So, what do we want to do here? I think I may actually play a little chicken here. Because if he wants to come out, he's going to have to bring his king out to get me. Let's see if he does it. He does. He brought his king out. All right. So what do I want to do? I think I'm going to send this guy in. But that's not going to be able to do anything with him next time. He's definitely got to back up, though. Okay, we'll do this. I will let you know right now, I am not the best at this game, strategy-wise. I'm not good at chess, usually, so let's see here. I want to put this guy in position to use tiger next turn, unless he moves out of the way. So at this point, I do feel like I've kind of got him on the run. That tiger card is like the card to have, because you can jump forward 2 spaces. So what I'm actually going to do is bring my king out here. Put him a little bit in harm's way. Okay. I don't know if I want to give up my tiger card yet. So I think what we'll do is maybe move this guy forward 1. We'll just kind of keep trying to pinch him in. All right. Now you'll see, can go ahead and land on that guy. He's glowing, and I can take him out. All right, small victory. Now, if I move... He can't get me there. It's also not going to be able to get me right there. Let's continue to close in on him. I don't know if this is the best strategy or not. So he knows, he could see that I have no ability to move left this turn. Even if I back up and get in front of him and say sacrifice that pawn, then I kind of at a loss here. Not sure what to do. I think what I'm going to do is back up here. Now I'm in a position, if he moves his king over, I can take him out. So he's kind of stuck right now. So I really don't want to move these guys at all. Very interesting. Again, this is a very calm, peaceful game, very contemplative, back and forth. I feel like, you know, the AI, especially the levels of AI, work really well. And this is on beginner, so it's not like he's just throwing himself out there. See, if I were to step forward with my king with ox, he knows he could just take my person. Ooh, but he can't. He has no left movement right now. That's interesting. And he has no upright movement. So I think this is actually the play right here. Let's see what he does. All right. So he did kind of put himself in a no-win situation there. Way of the Stone. I don't really remember what all that means, how I won versus a different way, but I'm not going to ask for a rematch. But you can see even me playing and talking that whole time worked pretty quickly. You can play against other people online who have the app. I'm going to just show you pass and play real quick. It should all look exactly the same, except that you know, it's almost like a flip the coin, who gets to start. But you can see here that I go, and then whoever's sitting across from the table me is going to have to select their turn, and it looks exactly the same. So we're just going to go back to the main menu. Again, at least at the time that I purchased this game, it was free. You can purchase skins. You can see here for additional money. Oop, no, I didn't want to do that. No, sorry, cancel. So if you want to give them money, you can purchase the skins for $3. But other than that, it's a free to download game. It's very straightforward, very simple to learn, to teach, to play in a quick amount of time. So it's one that I highly recommend you giving a try, because why not in this day and age? If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, I try and post a digital review every Monday. So please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.